Hey guys, this is going to be the first sort of longer format video of the channel. My name is Joe. I'm just going to kind of give you a brief sort of introduction as to who I am, what I've done over the last few years, kind of my goals for the future, and hopefully if you like the sound of that, you can follow along the journey and support in any way. And if I can provide value to you through what I'm doing, then that's awesome. So, a bit about me. Grew up in Reading, lived there for sort of 18 years or so. Grew up playing rugby, high level sport. Then I actually got accepted into the Wasps Henley College rugby partnership up in Henley. So I spent 2 years there, which was really cool, doing a level 2 and level 3 in sport and exercise science. Then from there, a lot of the boys went to Brunel University. They came in and did a talk to us. Told us to dream this, that and the other. You'll get this amount of money, you'll get this accommodation. And I was like, if they're giving us all of this before we've even been there, there's got to be a catch. Like maybe the uni's not that great, maybe the academics. So I was a little bit defensive. So I did a bit of research and I came across Exeter University, which was the best university for exercise and sports science, which, stupid me, didn't correlate the fact that that would mean it might be the hardest course as well, which I soon found out when I went there. But yeah, went to Exeter University, went there for 3 years, studied exercise and sports science, and then played rugby there for 2 years. The main reason I went to that university was because it was the best rugby uni in the country. I wanted to push myself, try and play for Exeter Chiefs, etc. We had the freshers trials in the first term of COVID. That was a great experience. I lit it up. I did really well. But that was not because I was the best player there, but because months and months before, I was with my friend Harry, training in lockdown every day. We were up the fields, we were doing sprints, we were doing drills, we were doing long runs. We were in shape. We had these trials. We knew what we were preparing for. So I turned up, executed, and got into the freshers first team, which was mega. Then as uni went on, got into the sort of the party lifestyle, made some silly mistakes as everyone in their 20s does. Then I kind of got into my third year and went, my grades aren't looking too good. So decided to step away from rugby and focus on finishing my degree, which was a tough decision, but one that I don't regret because now I'm more educated, I'm in much better shape. Like before that, I was 109 kilograms, so my face was out here, my beard was down here, I looked terrible. I'm sure I'll attach some photos in videos to come. But then from there, went and moved up to London, so really wanted to kind of crack on with getting into some sort of a career on the back end of that, but realised that I didn't want to work for a sports team. I just didn't like the kind of appeal of it. It seemed like it was quite low paying. It seemed like the barrier to entry was actually quite high, but you didn't get much. So I was like, well, that's not great. So then kind of looked into some sales roles or whatever. Went up to a life science consulting firm up there, which was good. That was a really fun day, actually, and one memory that really sticks with me. I had a couple phone interviews that went well. They then invited me to do a Zoom meeting, which they were like, do you want to meet the managers, etc. And I said, is it possible for me to come up and see the office and shake some hands? And they were like, oh yeah. They really were taken aback by that. And I was like, how can I separate myself from other candidates? Well, wanting to actually go in person and not be afraid to look people in the eye, say my name, say what I'm about, why I should have the job, why I can execute in that specific environment. That went down really well because they said that everybody else was hiding behind Zoom, they were cancelling. I turned up, it was like 4 hours to get there. I left at 6 a.m, got there for 10 a.m, was there for 2 hours, back down to Exeter for 5 p.m. Great day. And then I started that sort of a couple months after, and they kind of sold us the dream again, which, well, I don't know if they sold us the dream. Maybe I didn't quite understand what the job was going to entail, the nitty-gritty of it, and it was just not for me. Like, you were giving your soul to the company, you're working from like, you're getting up at 7 or getting back till 6 for okay money, but living in London, you know, it wasn't good money because the cost of living is just crazy. So from there, I actually then got a job with my friend working in this startup, which was really cool. It was an equine, which is like a horse care company selling different kind of horse cleaning products, etc. That was an awesome experience. I was looking after the B2B sales, so learning sales, so cold calling, in-person meetings, going to shows. We went over to China to meet the suppliers, which was probably the craziest memory in my life. Something that I can touch upon more if people want to hear about that. And then it got to the point where we actually got some investors on board, which was awesome because the company was doing well. Unfortunately, I didn't quite align with the way that the company was going. More so, I probably just wasn't ready, mature enough. I had to get some things sorted out in my personal life, like my driving sorted. I needed to get my money up a bit more. So I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to continue with that job. But me and my friend are still great mates. He actually literally just texted me just now, which is kind of cool. Which brings us to more so the present day, where I'm now living near Portsmouth to be near to my parents because they were a little bit ill. So I'm working on site from like 8 to 5. The lads are quality, learning carpentry, plumbing, electrics, that sort of stuff, which is cool. And then I've also recently launched my online fitness coaching business where I help guys kind of drop body fat, get in shape, feel confident in their clothes again, wear the clothes that they actually want to wear. And that's kind of what I'm going to be documenting here, is sort of the bits on site, but also how I'm going to be scaling my online coaching business through various platforms, different offers, whether that's one-to-one, whether that's software, whether that's info. And just kind of give you guys into an insight into my journey. I wish I'd started filming when I was much younger, just because it would be cool to look back at how far I've come. And they say the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, the second best time is today. So I'm going to plant mine today, get some content out there, and hopefully take you guys along for the journey. Also going to be doing some boxing as well. Yeah, I want to get into boxing, amateur boxing. So that's something that's pretty big for me that I'm going to try and kick on with. Have some fights, push myself. I'm just trying to be the best bloke I can be, financially, relationships, and be in the best shape that I can be. So yeah, follow along for the journey, guys, and I look forward to it. Thank you.